He never played professional basketball, yet he's been the single most important figure behind the New York Knicks' resurgence. He doesn't do media interviews. He doesn't go on TV. In 5 years, almost nobody has seen him on camera. And yet, he helped turn a team that had missed the playoffs for 7 straight years into the NBA Finals. Brunson, Hart, Bridges, Towns, the players who've sent New York fans into a frenzy were all brought in by him. His name is Leon Rose, once one of the most powerful player agents in NBA history. His client list included LeBron James, Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, and Chris Bosh. Let's go back to 2020, when Rose officially took over as Knicks president. What he inherited was a complete mess. A franchise that hadn't made the playoffs in 7 straight seasons. Under former president Steve Mills, the Knicks went 61-200 over 3 years. They had become the biggest joke in the league. No star wanted anything to do with New York. Players would privately say they loved playing road games at Madison Square Garden, but they had zero interest in putting on a Knicks jersey. And yet James Dolan chose Leon Rose, arguably the least conventional front office hire imaginable. Rose wasn't a traditional basketball executive. He never played professionally. He was never a scout, never a coach. He was originally a lawyer. After college, he got into the player agent business and stayed there for more than 20 years. His client list alone tells half the story of the NBA over the past 2 decades. LeBron, Iverson, Wade, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, Joel Embiid, Towns, all clients of Rose. From 2005 to 2012, he was LeBron's agent. LeBron's move to Miami to form the Big Three, Rose was the one who negotiated that deal. In 2019, Forbes ranked him the second most powerful sports agent in the world. When Knicks owner James Dolan was recruiting Rose, he reportedly framed it this way: "The hardest thing in this league is attracting talent." So who's best positioned to do that? The most connected agent in basketball, Leon Rose. Dolan wasn't hiring Rose for his X's and O's. He was hiring him for the network he had spent more than 2 decades building. But the first thing Rose did after taking over shocked everyone. He didn't immediately chase superstars. He didn't use his connections to build a super team. He didn't go after the flashy names Knicks fans already knew. Instead, he shut the door and started building slowly. And every move he made wouldn't reveal its true meaning until years later. In the summer of 2022, Rose signed a player almost nobody viewed as a franchise-changing piece: Jalen Brunson. At the time, Brunson was Luka Doncic's backcourt partner, not a star. Most people thought his ceiling was a high-end role player, but Rose handed him a 4-year, $100 million contract. The entire league thought he had lost his mind. 3 years later, Brunson became the heart and soul of New York, a legitimate MVP-level candidate. In early 2023, Rose traded a highly regarded young player plus a first-round pick to Portland for Josh Hart. At the time, people said he got fleeced, because Hart was just a role player. 3 years later, Hart became one of the Knicks' most important playoff performers. Then Rose made another move almost nobody liked. He sent 5 first-round picks to Brooklyn for Mikal Bridges. That trade got absolutely crushed at the time. 5 first-rounders for a role player? Was New York insane? But 2 seasons later, Bridges became one of the team's most reliable scorers. Then in the summer of 2024, Rose traded for Karl Anthony Towns from Minnesota. And that was the move that made the whole league finally realize something. Rose was building a team that could actually contend. Not for next year, for this exact moment. Every move was criticized when it happened. Now they all look like essential pieces of a championship puzzle. And what makes it even crazier is that the man behind all of it barely speaks. In more than 5 years with the Knicks, Rose has almost never given a public interview. No social media, no TV appearances, no spotlight-chasing press conferences. Even after the Knicks won massive playoff series, it was hard to find him in the celebration footage. The most connected man in the NBA made all the smartest moves, then gave all the camera time to the players, and all the credit to the coaches. Rose once represented Carmelo Anthony, and Melo said this on a podcast: "The Knicks you see today didn't happen by accident. Leon had the blueprint 4, 5, maybe even 6 years ago. I was his client. I saw that blueprint. Some people change franchises by stepping onto the court, others change them by staying completely outside the spotlight. Spending 5 years doing the things nobody else had the nerve to do, one move at a time, and then leaving all the spotlight to the people on the floor.